guys, welcome back to Chyna's Dollhouse. It's Chyna, obviously. I'm here today with this like sunset glitter eye. Alright, so I'm starting off with a fresh face. My primer of choice today is Skin Refine Zone by MAC. Comes in a little tube like this. You just place it out pretty much everywhere that I get oily. Alright, so we're back on road. So I'm going in with 24-hour eye base. It also comes in a little black tube, just like Skin Refine Zone, our primer. And I'm going to prep my eye. I'm going to put this all over my lid, just using my finger. I'm taking my favorite palette. Y'all see, this is Toe Up from the Flow Up. It is my Modern Renaissance palette. Love this palette because it just has the best colors in terms of getting a lot of warmth. Starting out with Raw Sienna, which is it's like a tannish shade, and we're gonna use that as like our base shade, okay? So we're putting that right underneath where the brow is. Should have mentioned I'm using a 224 brush, and I am now placing Real Guard. That's gonna really help add more depth to the lighter orange or tan that we put down, okay? And we're going in with Venetian Red, which is that. And I am not changing my brush. I done used this in 3 shadows. Yeah, that's gonna save you some time. So right in the literal crease, like literally in your crease, is where you are placing this. So now we're gonna take a flat lid brush. I am gonna go in with Primavera, which is this shade right here. And I'm literally taking it and leaving just a little bit of space so that we can smoke out the back end, okay? I'm taking a pencil brush. A pencil brush, if you guys don't know, is a thinner tip brush with a precise point. So I'm Into It, which is a beautiful maroon shade by MAC. So remember, we went in with that Venetian Red shade. We're gonna go back in with that shade and blend the 2 colors together. Alright, so I've come back and now we're just cleaning up the eye. Still kind of waiting on the gold to dry. Sometimes kind of looks weird while it's drying. I'm just taking a makeup wipe and I'm literally simply wrapping it around my finger, and I'm gonna clean up the edges. I'm pretty happy with this, and I am going to use that as a guide to do my cat eye. Alright, so off camera, I cleaned up my cat eye a little bit further and popped on some lashes. Going in with Next to Nothing foundation by MAC. Okay, so once I'm done blending that out, I have little spots on my face. I had a really bad breakout like a week ago, and so there are darker marks on my face that the foundation just doesn't cover. So I'm using a concealer, MAC concealer, Pro Longwear concealer in NC50. I feel like if you go in with concealer first and then foundation, you probably end up using too much concealer. The foundation probably could have covered a lot of those spots if you're using a pretty good foundation. Now I'm going in with MAC concealer in NC45. This is the mineralized concealer. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of Fix Plus spray on a beauty blender and just, yeah. This is not blended perfectly, so I always take my brush and I go right back over it with the brush. Then I'm going over it with Ben Nye's banana powder to set the concealer. Then I'm taking Next to Nothing powder, and I'm going to use that to sweep away the Ben Nye powder and add back a little bit of color. Alright, so when you're done, it should look something like this. Blend it down where you can't see too much of the Ben Nye powder. Then I'm going in with Pro Longwear powder in Dark Deep. This one is way more my color, and kind of just melts really nicely into the other powder. Forehead as well. So now I'm going to finish up the eye before I contour or do anything else fun like that. I'm taking Broke or Brocade. It's a MAC eyeliner pencil. I know, guys, I use a lot of MAC in this tutorial. I use a lot of MAC in my life. I don't really have much of any other products. I mean, I do, but for the most part I use like a lot of MAC. So I just want to put out there that if you don't have MAC, just match up the colors that I'm using. I'm using a brown pencil from MAC. Use a brown pencil from whatever brand you like. So we're gonna take that Real Gar shade again, and this is Real Gar. And I'm gonna bring it down rather far because I like that look. I'm gonna take a little bit of that I'm Into It, remember that maroon shade, and I'm gonna use that same pencil brush that we use with I'm Into It, so these two products, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of smoke. Alright, so just to ensure that it's like blending down into our face, I just take my powder brush and I clean it up where I pretty much want it to stop. Alright, so I just finished up with bottom mascara. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and contour my nose using MAC's Dark Deepest, but you can just take a powder that's a little bit darker than you. Taking it from right in like where my eye starts so it looks natural. Underneath my nose so my nose looks shorter. So that way it kind of just looks like you have two shadows on the side of your nose, and just to ensure that it's not harsh, just to, you know, soften it, I go over it with my powder brush. Now I'm gonna contour my face. I don't really contour my face, but I do warm it up. I'm not really a fan of contouring because I already have a pretty thin face, so I just like to warm it up. So I'm taking a blush brush from MAC, and I am just making the fishy face. This is with Swiss Chocolate from MAC, and it's a deep dark reddish brown color. To finish the face off, I'm using my Mimi, which is a gold highlighter from MAC. It was a special edition, so you can probably only get your hands on it on eBay, but it is my favorite. It's super, super, super gold, and it shows up really, really well. Okay, so two things we're using. Well, one thing we're using to finish off the face is Fix Plus spray. This has glycerin in it. It's really gonna help everything melt into the skin. Then I'm taking Chestnut liner. Let me get a little bit closer to the camera for you guys. And I'm just lining my lips. Alright. Then I'm taking Top with Brandy, which is a mauve shade from MAC. It's a liquid lipstick, and it is very similar to Lolita by Kat Von D, but a little bit better. I decided I kind of want to do more of a ombre lip. But when you use a lighter color in the middle, it gives you more of a poutier look. And I'm using Bow and Arrow from Kat Von D. So now it should kind of look like a nudie pink. You're good to go. Alright guys, so I had tons of fun recording this for you. I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks. If you have any questions about any product, like, please comment for me. I have no problem answering any of you guys' questions. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at ChoochieMan, and I'll for sure see you guys in my next video.